everyone, and welcome back to Pathfinder War for the Crown, Songbird, Scion, Saboteur. Last we left off, the party was getting ready to go fight a fish. Big old fish. I think the last we saw the party, they were beginning to row off into... Where's the world map? There you are. Getting ready to row off into Lake Pensaris to go face down a fish. Big old fish. Catfish called the General. And, it's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be a good time. No one's gonna get hurt. Welcome to my lovely map. You're all down here on a boat. And you should all have control over the boat too, so you can move it if you wish. But you begin rowing out into Lake Pensaris, into the waters. What do you mean incorrect? Could be move. It's under everyone's control. Can anyone else move the boat? No, it's on the token.
I also cannot move the boat.
Is it because you're accidentally clicking on yourselves?
Nope. I'm clicking at the spot below Kassadin and I can't move it. I can highlight.
Okay. Move the boat.
I'm also like highlighting over it and it won't pick up.
Same.
Erivid is not
move the boat.
This is just server lag. No, I cannot.
Weird. Why? Okay. Let me delete this boat and bring on a new boat.
Boat! I'm under the boat.
Okay, now you can move the boat. Now you're on the boat.
Did the general like swim away last time? I was dealing with my arm in Higab.
Yeah, you grabbed the hand, what specifically happened, and then the general got agitated and swam off.
Okay.
Right, so the last time that we met the general, we were actually out in the middle of the lake. So are we all thinking that that's the distance we need to migrate? Do we need to go out that far? Also, how are we going to get
we were out
to
that
us
far.
Since the last time that we did, so we threw out bait. We got. I think we still have the drug enhancing flowers, but I don't think we got anything to like bait him to the surface, right?
Well,
I think in that respect, our best chances would be Kassadin, since Kassadin knows what it was eating.
I get a feeling that that issue is going to solve itself in time.
Time is on our side. We don't need to rush this and risk our safety. But we should get out a little further.
I do agree. I think this is one of the slow and steady scenarios, for sure. Can I roll a perception check to see if I can spot any signs of bigger than normal movement in the waters?
Sure.
I'd rather him not get the jump on us.
Oh, but can you move Desmond so he's not just floating in midair?
Yep,
There you go.
will do. 9.
9 is my answer to that 9.
That's fair.
You see 9 blobs? Oh my god. I guess as we get a little closer out to the, true depths of this lake, maybe I can at least get some kind of attention drawn. Is this in the public domain?
I don't know.
Okay.
Why do I care?
I
I'm
don't
not
know.
making money.
Yeah, but it still might get muted. Anyway, yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna use my rapier and, like, disturb the water. I know the boat's already doing that, but maybe the general has some recognition for what a boat is and not what's next to it.
Sure. Antagonizing the waters.
I don't know. Can't think of anything else. Into the depths.
Into the depths, into the unknown.
Yeah, it's great.
Okay. As you're rowing and rowing and you're whipping your rapier around in the water, making ripples, you do feel your little rowboat rock a little bit in the water. Just suddenly, out of nowhere.
All right. May I please ascertain which directionality this event has occurred from?
You, the boat, let's see, the wave of rocking went from this way across. Well, yeah, more like actually, it's same direction, but more like this way. That's not accurate.
Okay, using my rapier to point. Either he's over there, or he just went over this way.
Is that sunken ship actually visible to us, or is it like well below the surface of the water?
It would be fairly below the surface.
Okay, so there isn't like a mast or something that we
No.
can kind of
Boat wants to go, but
What?
I don't have a clue how to draw this thing out.
I think Desmond is on to kind of the right idea. See if you can, like, We have fun here. See if you can draw it out from one side or the other.
Okay.
I think
yeah, could
I'm
I
gonna-
try to make that movement of water
Sorry,
head
go
in the
ahead.
direction that Erivid is pointing?
Sure. So you're just you're manipulating the water.
Yes.
Okay. Erivid, do you want to give me a perception?
I would love to. I mean, I would love to. That was dumb. Not too bad. 17.
17 as Desmond's little wave that he's controlling splashes in one direction. You're able to see a large shadow below your boat approaching from this direction.
Listen, I can swim all right. If I need to be bait, so to speak, but I'm really ineffectual outside of basically right in front of me.
Shall we secure ourselves to this boat, just in case it tries to knock us off and drag us under?
That sounds wonderful.
Okay. Desmond will take out a rope and start securing people one after another. How should we do this? Unless we have multiple ropes, then it's got a moot point.
Make sure it's a slip knot so we can get out if we need to, easily.
I'll trust you with the knots. I don't think Desmond's survival is that high.
That's fair.
Or sleight of hand, for that matter, yeah.
Really
but yeah, I'll supply the rope.
Either. I mean, I'll give it a shot.
Yeah, would you want survival or would you want sleight of hand for something like that?
Or like knowledge, even.
I could take either sleight of hand or survival.
Okay.
I'll assist Erivid with the knot tying. I have 2 ranks in it and 4 ability scores, which puts me at a total of 6 additional to that roll.
Ooh, that's a good roll. And with a base of 14, that gives us 27.
Okay. Who are you tying up first?
I guess Desmond supplied the rope, so I'll give him the safety honors.
Okay, so Desmond is tied to the boat. As you finish tying up and making sure he's secured, the shadow passes under your boat, and your little boat begins to rock. Can I have everyone but Desmond give me a reflex save?
Enable.
19 for Anastasia.
17 for Kassadin.
23.
23. Wow! You are all the 3 of you are able to keep your footing in the boat and not trip out and splash into the water as another rock in the boat hits you and shakes it a bit more violently this time. Going this way.
Which way?
Yomp.
Yomp. I didn't see any mark, but I'm gonna continue doing.
No,
Oh, it was on GM there. Yomp.
there we go. Okay.
Yomp. Oh, okay, so it did pass by.
Do we want to secure Kassadin next?
I was thinking we were gonna secure Kassadin next.
Okay.
As Anna and I both look at each other, we start to wrap around Kassadin.
Just instinctively go to him. We're like, yeah, you're next.
Okay. Yeah, good for us. 32.
32. Okay. As you secure
That one's
Kassadin,
32.
we're gonna have some fun because it's whatever's knocking your boat is coming around a third time, and this time around, as you kind of look around Erivid, you do see, rather than fins, you do see the ugly-looking face and a couple of whiskers popping from the water. As a big old catfish has come to say hello.
Okay. Get an initiative order and provide myself with initiative. 14 plus 5.
Balls.
19.
Everyone's in. Okay, the general with a natural 20 on initiative. He's just gonna kind of swim up to the boat. Swim, swim, swim. Swim, 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 swim.
Gonna give it a little nom.
And he's gonna try and nom.
Lovely.
Let's see. Erivid's 1-2. Anna is 3-4.
Okie dokie.
Valid.
3.
Oh, hi.
I need to go look at something because things are about to happen. Okay. Oh, wow. That is a natural 20 with a 23 to confirm.
Okay.
And if it confirms, it is 37 points of damage.
Holy shit. Yeah, I'd be down at a minus 37, minus 6.
Oh.
Now, here brings an interesting question, because I'm not sure how I would rule it in 5th edition, so I don't know how to rule it in Pathfinder. The general, when it succeeds on a bite, it gets a free grapple. But if a creature goes down, what happens to the grapple?
I would assume it drops the person, but I think it would be at your prerogative of does it drop it on the boat because of where he bit it, or is he in the process of pulling it out and drops it in the water?
Yeah.
Or does it even want to drop it?
Yeah, or does it want to drop it?
I guess I'm kind of asking mechanics question too.
Sure.
If a creature with a grab ability downs someone, is there a rule that says the grapple goes through, or if it doesn't go through, is kind of what I'm trying to ask.
It would probably go through.
And would it be an automatic grapple? Because they can't exactly defend?
Well, what does incapacitated say?
That's a good question.
Oops. Condition.
Not Pathfinder 2E, Pathfinder 1E, Google.
Because I'm pretty sure it's like a immediately fail reflex type saves or whatever.
Right? That didn't help.
Conditions. Unconscious.
Nothing like trying to figure out rules while someone's being munched on by a giant fish.
Can I ask a question?
Unconscious creatures are knocked out and helpless.
May I ask a question that might break all this research?
Sure.
Jesus Christ.
Can I use my gift to make you re-roll that? My one free
And you
re-roll?
use your gift.
The one free re-roll that you gave everybody for the campaign.
That's
for the
true,
holidays?
that is a thing. You do get one free reroll. I will allow it.
Cool. I would like to use my free reroll that you gave me for the holidays to make you re-roll that roll.
Okay, so he's gonna try and munch on you again. If I get a second crit, this is gonna be wild. No, that's a natural one.
Yeah! Alright! That's how this game goes!
A natural 20 to a natural 1 is indeed how it goes. So you are not unconscious and in the mouth of a giant fish. Congratulations.
Whew! Okay, I used my one free reroll.
Yep, that's your one until Christmas comes back around.
Oh my gosh. That was really lucky.
And that's its turn. The general comes up, tries to munch on you. You send it back through time to when a different timeline when it hit you. And now it doesn't. Instead, it bites into a chunk of the boat, gets some splinters in its mouth, and it's your turn.
It's my turn. So after securing Kassadin and feeling something nip at my very back, I'm gonna let out a shriek of surprise. And I already have my weapon out, so that's good, but I'm gonna prepare for the upcoming onslaught, because I feel like that's super important to have right now, and I'm gonna cast mage armor on myself, bumping my AC by 4.
Okay. Would that give an attack of opportunity from the general? Because I know casting works differently in this game, right? When you're casting a spell in front of someone's face.
I think
Most spells do.
Yeah, I think you're right, because I don't have subtle, I don't have, it's like subtle casting, essentially, but
Yeah.
safe casting. Yeah, I don't
Something
have
like that.
on her.
Some
so
meta magic feat.
something like that, yeah. So that would trigger an attack of opportunity.
Okay, well, it's going to try and munch on you again. No. I'm pretty sure a 16 misses.
That is correct.
Okay.
But that is all I can do on my turn.
Alright. Erivid, big fish. You want to feed it some poppy seed?
I don't think I was in charge of the poppy seed. Also, no, I don't. Okay.
I think we're far past negotiations at this point. It's us or him now.
Okay. Oh, right. That's what that is. Got it. I shouldn't do that yet. I'm going to see how hard it is to hit this General in the first place. So,
Alright.
just an attack. Just a regular attack.
Alright.
Well, this is not great evidence. Great data. It is kind of big. 14.
A 14, you slash and swing down into the water, but while it's swimming, circling the boat, you just swing and a miss directly into the water. Maybe you think it's a bit closer to the surface than it was, and it misses.
Okay. Probably need knowledge nature for that. Okay. That's more or less what I can do.
Okay. It would be Desmond next.
I'm checking with him.
Alright.
Okay, so Desmond would like to take a blast at it with his cold blast.
Alrighty.
Alright, here we go. So that's a 17 tip. It rolled twice. Showed up with 17 to hit.
Alright, 17 hits.
7 points of cold damage.
7 points of cold damage. Alrighty.
And then I think
Is that all?
I think it's just maintaining his balance on the boat in case it gets charged again.
Okay. Kassadin.
I'll shoot it in the eye, I guess. Let me see. Weapons. And I think it's just this one.
A 15 is unfortunately going to miss, and your bolt just starts floating in the water.
I'll get him with the next one. And that is my turn.
Okay, the General. It's just gonna be the same deal. He's just gonna try and munch down on this location. Same thing. 1, 2, Erivid. 3, 4 is Anna. That is a 1.
Alright. Let's see my skills.
Let's see your skills.
Parry the fish.
Parry the fish.
Dodging panache, what does that do? That's dodge bonus equal to charisma mod, and this is an immediate action. Okay, so I could have upwards of 23 AC. Got it.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm not gonna try it. I am gonna try. I still have 6. I'll try to parry.
Okay, try and parry the fish.
Stupid.
This
Okay.
is great.
So, I use a Nash, and I roll against your attack.
Yes.
Oh, fuck me.
What did you get?
A natural 20,
Damn.
which I'm not getting back because that's not an attack. It's just a parry.
Okay, well now I need to know. Does a natural 20 in this scenario beat everything else? Because it's got a 30.
29. It's up to you. Because this is not a strict attack.
Yeah.
I'm not going to rule one way or another.
Because he got
Go
a
on,
30.
go ahead.
He beat your 29.
Mhm.
And, I mean, a natural 20 is good. It's really good. But I feel like, as you said, it's not a straight attack roll.
Mhm.
And so I think I'm going to give it to the 30.
Okay.
So I'm going to give it to the fish. Sounds weird to say. So he's going to deal 18 points of chomp damage. And then he gets a free grab. So he's going to roll, what is it, CMB versus CMD.
16.
And his CMB is a 26.
Oh, yeah. That'll get me.
So Erivid is now grabbed by the fish and in the fish's mouth.
Let's see.
Attacker and defender gain the grappled condition.
Yeah.
Grappled. Grappled creatures restrained by a creature. Grappled creatures cannot move and take a -4 penalty to Dex, take a -2 penalty on all attack rolls and combat maneuver checks, except those made to grapple or escape a grapple. In addition, grappled creatures can take no action that requires 2 hands to perform. A grappled character who attempts to cast a spell needs to make a concentration check. Grappled creatures cannot make attacks of opportunity. Cannot use stealth to hide. Alrighty. Anna, your turn. The big fish just leaped up again and grabbed your pal in its mouth.
I have a quick question.
Sure.
You gave me a magical buckler.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what properties of that buckler are. Usually it's a lowering of the armor check penalty, but I'm just checking in to see what kind of bonus it is.
Oh yeah, you guys didn't figure out what the buckler, huh?
We never tried to.
I don't think it would help from what I'm reading the description in this scenario.
Okay.
Yes.
Still don't know what it does.
Still don't know what it does. It's certainly a buckler. You can get that much.
Crazy.
Anna.
Alrighty. I am going to close this out. There we go. I'm gonna take a swing at it with the Karina's blade.
Oriana's blade.
Coriana's blade. Yeah, I'm gonna take a swing at it with Coriana's blade.
Okay.
That's a 24 to hit.
That certainly hits.
And I currently do not have flanking. So, it is just the 8 slashing.
Okay, 8 points of slashing.
Yep.
All right, and that is all?
Yes, that is it. I do not have 2 attacks.
All right, Erivid, you're in the mouth of a fish.
I am.
Very slimy.
Yeah. I imagine the next move is probably a swallow. I have a -4 penalty to my dex. Okay. I have a 5 combat maneuver bonus. Not especially helpful.
What are we thinking?
I'd like to fish out a potion from my pack.
All right.
And ideally, I'd like to also drink it.
Is that a thing you can do?
I don't know, but I only need one hand, sort of.
I know it's an action to reach into a bag of holding.
Actually, seeing as it's a potion and those are kind of more necessary, it would probably be on my side, which is a move action to grab
Sure.
from like a belt.
All right. Makes sense to me.
And then
And then drink of your potion.
I'm sorry, but I think I can. I believe so. Alright, I'll pull out my festive potion and roll 2d8 plus 4.
Okay.
Give me a d8. Sure, I'll take both. Ooh. So 15 back to me,
All right.
which is 31. And I realize I didn't update my token. Oh. Never mind. That's my turn. I'll push the empty bottle deeper into the general. Internal bleeding.
Desmond.
All right. So the general has Erivid in its mouth.
Yes.
Is Erivid out of the boat?
Erivid would be out of the boat and in the mouth of the beast.
Okay, that's not good. I'm gonna use my movement to reduce my burn by 1, and then I'm going to use an entangling fusion to get 1 burn, which is 4 non-lethal on me.
It should. I hit it with a 17. Oh yeah, definitely. I want to try to hit this thing. Flanky? Question mark? Worth a shot. Why is my dice rolled twice? This is so weird. I don't know what's going on. Because one roll was a natural 20 and I was super excited, and then the turn order was over the one I took. This is rolling twice. So stupid. 12. Yeah, I'm not sure either. I wonder if I programmed something weird. Yeah, and it showed the 3 plus 9. Well, I crit on 19. But it doesn't make sense why it breaks out like that. I don't know, that's weird. I'm so mad too because I watched it roll a natural 20. I was like, yeah. So I thought the second dice was to confirm, and then it was like, no, you only get the 3. Okay. It also does it with my dagger too. Okay, I was thinking maybe it was just the blade. Okay, I would like to. I'm gonna take a gamble at this. Right where he was before, I want to flavor the water to smell like the feed that the crazy guy threw into the water, and see if I can't entice him to come back up. And that's with prestidigitation. That is the end of my turn. I'm gonna stay right there.
Okay, but out of the general.
But it's possible you would be out of the general, yes.
Okay. Well, breathing options are not great right now, so let's pop another panache and an escape artist check.
Okay.
Ooh.
So it's not that you're spat out because you're not cutting at it. It's literally you manage to worm and wiggle your way out of its stomach, past its throat, and back. Because this is what it says: if the swallowed creature escapes the grapple, a success puts you back into its mouth. So you're out of its stomach, but you are in its mouth.
Okay, that was... Okay.
I don't believe you're grappled, though. You're not grappled, you're just in its mouth.
Can probably get some incredible shots at biting and grappling me next round.
And you are very much, as you get a general direction, you are very much in deep water.
Yeah. But in his mouth.
In his mouth.
Okay, well, the grapple was like, or leaving a grapple, I believe, is a full round action. Oh wait, attempt to break free and act normally as a standard action. But I wouldn't be able to withdraw or anything. Do you consider inside of the general's mouth to be threatened?
I feel like I'm gonna say yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I think being inside the mouth of a fish probably threatens your entire existence.
Okay, got it. Second question. Pulling myself out of the general's gut, I would consider that kind of moving. Would you consider it moving for the purposes of a 5-foot swim?
If you want a 5-foot swim out of his mouth, you can 5-foot swim out of his mouth.
Delightful. Okay, great. That's my turn.
Okay, you are 5-foot swimming out of the general's mouth. Desmond.
Alright, so did this thing... Sorry, I wasn't around. Did this thing spend a standard action to try to get out of the restrained condition?
Oh no, it still has the effect on it.
Okay.
But it did swim away at half speed.
Okay. Let's see.
And it's 30 feet below the water.
Okay. So it's kind of in open water right now, right? There's no solid object near it.
No, I mean, unless you consider Erivid a solid object.
No, I'm not gonna freeze him to Erivid. That seems like a bad idea all around. But I think in order to get a view of this thing, I probably need to jump into the water. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna jump over the side into the water.
All right.
And then I will cold blast it from there.
Okay. I'm going to say, let's see here.
So did you untie yourself?
I mean, I'm tied to the boat. I'm not cemented to the boat. That wasn't my intent.
Oh, you're just dangling off the boat.
Yeah, so that it can't just whisk me away from everybody.
You're you are like the scene from Resident Evil 4 where you throw the harpoon at the giant fish and the harpoon rope is tied to the boat.
Oh, okay. So we are
Yeah, you're the harpoons. You can swim back to the boat.
Okay.
I am gonna say attacking. Well, this is a range attacks underwater. You're technically firing into the water. There is going to be some penalties on the attack roll.
Okay. Gotcha.
So you can roll, and I can do that on my end.
Would there be any sort of advantage? I assume it's facing away from me.
It is.
Okay. All those factors in consideration, I will make the shot, and you apply the necessary modifiers and adjudicate how this goes, I suppose.
Yes.
Okay, here we go. Cold blast.
Okay.
Okay, well.
Okay, one moment. It barely hits the general. You can see your cold blast slowing down as the water rushes against it, but it still manages to connect with the giant fish.
Okay, noted. Alright, that's what I wanted to do.
Alrighty, Kassadin.
I'm gonna go ahead and move over here and let me see how let me see. Well, when it's fired, it has a range of 30 feet. Okay, that's perfect. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and tie my silk rope to an arrow, and I'm going to shoot it roughly next to Erivid.
Okay.
That way we can try to pull him up. Do I need to roll anything to fire an arrow?
Yeah, and attack, please.
Alright, I'm just going to use my crossbows. Let's see. Not here.
You fire into the water, and you can see it moving a little bit, and then it just begins to float back to the surface.
Okay, well, it's the thought that matters. I will end my turn then.
The general doesn't appreciate that you're out of its mouth.
Mm-hmm.
And is going to try and get you back.
Okay.
For a 17 to hit.
Okay, you don't hit me, but I'm going to spend a panache on dodging panache to get an extra 5 feet closer to the surface.
Okay. Oh, the general does not appreciate this.
Make your move, big boy.
You can attack and then move. You just can't attack, move, attack. Or move, attack, move.
You can't split up your movement, no. Or probably... No, you can split up your attack. No.
But you can attack and then move.
You can attack and then move. There's no restriction on whether it has to be before or after.
Okay, I gotta get used to that. He is just going to kind of turn and just kind of... He's on your tail.
Okay.
Anna.
until he's within reach again? Hold an attack action.
Sure.
That's what I would like to do.
Okay. All right. Well, Erivid, there's a big fish on your tail.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I hate to do this to myself, but I need to make a fortitude save. Which I will use this for. Making it a +5 fortitude. Okay. Wonderful. I'm not drowning.
Oh, wonderful.
Or I'm not unconscious.
Oh, even better.
So, oh fuck, did I fuck my my sheet? No. I lost it to the top of the screen. I lost it to the top of the screen.
That evil
Okay,
villain.
let me reload. Literally. And I will... This is kind of interesting. What do I have to beat with an acrobatics in order to avoid... Oh god, it's really high because it's CMD. Move through a threatened area. Opponent's combat maneuver defense. What's my acrobatics?
Could always try swinging on him in the water.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, shut up.
Okay.
Okay. I think it's worth it. How much panache do I have left?
How much panache?
I have 2 left. I don't have that. Okay. Wait, what do I need to... Oh. This would be calm water, right? Relatively?
Yeah, relatively calm waters.
It's not rough water?
No, I wouldn't say so.
Okay. So, swim is going to be safe. Unfortunately, if I withdraw, that's not going to get me very far. So, I'm going to roll a swimmy acrobatics to avoid taking that attack of opportunity.
Okay.
And following that, I'm going to roll a swim check to move closer to the surface.
Okay.
This is real experimental up in here. Against your CMD.
Against my CMD to avoid an attack of opportunity from the big fish.
I'm gonna explode my acrobatics. Get back to the right token. So
Doing some exploding dice.
I am. Wish me luck, guys.
I wish you bad luck.
Oh, that's not nice. Okay, well, it's a 21.
21 will not negate an attack of opportunity.
Okay.
So he's gonna try and munch you.
May not be may not be successful. Jesus Christ.
That is a 16.
That's not successful.
He does not get you back into his mouth.
So now I'm going to roll a DC 10 swim check to get forward.
Forward march. Forward swim.
Yeah. Okay, well, I beat a DC 10. I got 13.
Wonderful.
So that lets me go an additional 10 feet up. That's my full
Alright.
round action.
Alrighty. So then we move to Desmond.
All right. I'm gonna spend my move action to decrease burn, and I'm gonna use extended range to increase my range to 120 feet, and then I'll
Okay.
take a shot on the general.
Alright.
Oh. I don't think that'll hit, not with all this stuff.
That will not.
All right. I suppose 5-foot swim towards Erivid,
Okay.
and then that's it.
Alright. Kassadin.
I suppose, I'm going to try to fire a normal arrow at the fish. I don't know how badly that affects the puck, but
Alright. 17. Okay. Let's see. No, that is not gonna hit the general.
alright. I guess that's all I can do. Try to provide some cover fire.
Okay. The general does not appreciate its meals running away. And it can't really get far. You are the closest target. So it is just gonna try and swim up, nipping at your feet,
Mm-hmm.
and try and get your legs into its mouth. A 23.
That wouldn't help. Yeah, okay. Guess that would put my AC at 23. Yeah.
Okay, and it's gonna try and get you into its mouth with a 24 combat maneuver. So that is 23 to bite you. I imagine 24 gets you into his mouth,
Yeah.
and that is 20 points of damage.
Okay.
Anna.
Okay, Can I gauge if Erivid would break water first?
Well, you can see that Erivid is currently in the mouth of the fish.
Okay, is there a penalty for swinging underwater? I've never done an underwater thing in Pathfinder, so I'm not sure.
There are.
Okay. And if I were to jump in, I only have a 5 swim speed, so I probably wouldn't be able to get to him either. I think I'll just hold 15 feet away.
What you doing?
I guess I'll just hold an attack action again. I'm really kind of not designed for something like this, so yeah, I'll just hold an attack action if he breaks water.
I don't think many are designed to fight a fish.
Yeah.
Erivid,
Yeah.
it is your turn.
Well, I guess I'll... Oh, wait. First, I succeed my fortitude. After that, I'll use my last panache. And escape beast. I got a natural 1.
Rip the dream.
6, 8, 9, 10. It would have been 16 anyway.
Was that you trying to break free?
Yeah.
You are still in its mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sounds like we move to Desmond.
All right. I think I'll take a 5-foot swim out in this direction. And then I'll try to hit it again, I guess.
Okay.
There you go. There's some damage.
That will strike the general. Okay. That is your go.
Yep, that is my go.
Kassadin.
All right, I'm gonna continue raining arrows upon this guy. Okay. Okay, well, I'm gonna end my turn.
Yay! The general is going to try and get a meal. And that is a 24 against your CMD.
Okay.
So you are back into his tummy.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna roll here so that nothing's broken. Okay, so crit's accidentally rolled. And you take 14 points of damage.
Okay.
as the general once again gulps Erivid. And is gonna try and swim. Still is on half movement. I don't think, your smellies would not have done anything because he currently has a meal. Hold on. Okay. He turns around, begins swimming down into the depths again, and is 45 feet under the water. Anna. Gulp.
So if you can do a DC 10 swim check to go down 15 feet, can you do that twice to move 30 feet?
No, the check stays the same. It just becomes a full action to move twice as fast. So it
Okay.
takes up more of your action economy.
Okay, so I can move down. So I could theoretically move down 30 feet.
A successful swim check lets a creature move 1/4 its speed as a move action, or 1/2 its speed as a full round action. Is what I'm reading.
Okay, so 25 per move plus action move.
Yes.
I have 30 feet of movement, so half of it is 15, and then half of it is 15, so 25 total. If we talk in increments of 5 traditionally in this game style.
Yeah. Oh yes, that is acceptable. I will put him to 40. Yes, to movement.
Okay. There's really nothing that I can do because I can't catch up to him if he's gonna keep going down. So I guess just hold an action to attack. I have no clue. I'm open to suggestions at this point, guys, because I have no clue what I can do to help in this scenario.
What kind of weapon do you have?
I have a sword. I have 2 swords and 2 daggers. That is all that I have from a weapon.
Out of curiosity,
Would we be able to use that sword as a piercing weapon?
I would imagine it goes off what it goes off of. If it's a slashing weapon, it's a slashing weapon.
out of curiosity, what supplies did we bring with us from Baron Nicholas O'Carroll's pals? I thought we brought...
You were given 2 harpoons and some nets.
Do you have a good throwing arm?
Is that strength or is that dex? I'm pretty good at both, but...
Well, chuck one of those harpoons into there.
Okay.
Might
take a yeet with a harpoon. See if I can't get his attention with that.
Okay.
I
Harpoon.
really would hope the harpoon has a special exception for water combat.
Let's see. A harpoon is a barbed spear. If you're proficient in the harpoon, it's a grappling weapon. If you're not proficient with a harpoon, treat it like a spear.
Okay, for ease, I'm just gonna add spear to my list so we get all the numbers right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll try to check a harpoon. Does it have a rope tied to the end of it? Isn't that traditionally how harpoons work?
When Okara gave it to you, they were just normal, no rope harpoons.
Okay.
Just the weapon.
I'll just check this one then. 15.
15 is going to hit the water and then just float for a bit and not connect with the general.
Okay. That is the end of my turn.
Erivid.
I suffocate.
You suffocate?
Side?
Well, Erivid's at 0.
No, I'm not. I'm at -3.
You're at -3.
First round, falls unconscious, 0 hit points. Following round, drops to -1 hit points and is dying, which I am at -3 and am dying. In the third round, she suffocates.
Wait, isn't the
I
start
suffocate.
of round 2 of you being in the mouth for this time that he's bit you, though?
Well, yeah. I've
Okay,
been
then it's round
underwater
2.
for a long time, too.
But you still have your constitution during that time, so you're still in round 2.
Character who has no air to breathe. When the character fails one of these constitution checks, they begin to suffocate. In the first round, falls unconscious. In the following round, drops to -1 hit points and is dying. In the third round, suffocation.
I'd be okay with being on the dying round, but I am already dying from the damage I received.
Oh. Yeah, that's a good point. And is an interesting point to have there. So you would be dying from the damage.
Which I can make a separate constitution check for as far as bleeding.
Okay. I'm gonna try to be nice. If you can succeed that, we'll say you're dying.
Okay. Which that? Explain the that.
If you can succeed your constitution to not be bleeding.
Okay, so -3 off of 15, so DC 18. That's fun. No, I rolled a 2, that's 3.
Oh boy.
So I take a point of bleed at minimum from your ruling.
Yeah. Ooh. Okay.
Vampire, I thought you were into this.
Yeah, I like killing people, not this early. Oh, I mean, if you're okay with it, I'm okay with it.
There's always a chance someone is going to offer a level 4 some kind of revival spell.
Yeah, perchance. So, Desmond, it is your turn.
All right. I'm gonna swim downwards. So I would need to make a swim check, right?
Yes.
All right. Let's make that swim check. 26.
Okay, so you can swim 1/4 your speed as a move action.
1/4 my speed as a move action. So 30, 15. Is that 10? 7.5.
What's your speed?
My normal speed is 30. My swim speed is 5. It says.
So you would be able to move 15 on a full move.
15 on a full move.
Because that's half of your base speed.
Boy. Okay. I suppose I'll take. I can't do a 5-foot swim downwards, can I?
You
don't
could
see-
probably do that.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Okay, so I'll do
5-foot
that.
step is pretty unrestrictive.
Okay. And then I will use another cold blast. This is getting kind of rough with all the penalties on this thing. All right, let's go. God fucking damn it. Okay, I'm gonna try to get the threshold on this thing to activate, so I'll use my emergency reroll.
Okay.
Come on, come on. Ah!
18. Okay. Hold on. I gotta do some math here.
Okay. Math is mathin'.
Gotta do some math. I forgot I already have a sheet open. Wait, hold on. Okay. Wow, okay. You just barely kill the general.
Wait, what? Oh shit. Okay, so are we still in initiative?
And as combat ends, you can see the general start to slowly sink with no Erivid emerging.
Okay, I mean, I'm gonna
jump into the water.
Okay. If Kassadin's jumping in, I'm gonna use hydrokinesis to maybe slow it down so he can catch up. Is that possible?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna try to use hydrokinesis to try to push the general back up towards Kassadin.
I'm gonna. I guess. How long will it take for me to tie a harpoon to a rope?
Couple seconds.
Okay. Do I need to make a survival check real quick for that?
I'm gonna say no. You can tie it.
Okay. Let me see. I'll try to swim as far as I can, reasonably, and then I'm gonna try to chuck a harpoon at it. I'm not sure which. I'll just use my range modifier.
It's dead. You can hit it.
Okay. Is it lodged in there?
I'll say yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and start tugging the rope, trying to signal to Anastasia to start trying to pull it up.
Yep, and I will start pulling it.
In the meantime, I think I'll try to get closer to General, see if I can sort of get a glimpse of Erivid.
Sure. You begin pulling the general up. You get close to the general, and there is nothing in its mouth.
Desmond's gonna come up for air, and then he's gonna dive into the general.
Like you're going inside, right, Aya?
Yeah. I'm gonna swim into its mouth.
As you dive in, I hand you a potion. I give you a potion of cure moderate wounds.
Oh, okay.
If
I guess that'll work better than my healing.
Okay, you dive into the general. I mean, it's a tight fit. It's also dark. You're inside a fish. I guess give me a perception.
Okay, this is kind of wonky and cool at the same time. I can gather power, and it's supposed to be a visual phenomenon, and even if it's not enough to light like a 15-foot area, right? Like I'd imagine that at this close quarter, it can at least provide me some light.
Okay, sure. If you start gathering power, you do see to you, seemingly lifeless floating body in water, lake water and stomach bile of Erivid.
Okay, I'm gonna reach out to him, and even if it's gonna give me my last point of burn, I'm gonna keep the power going and shove the potion into his mouth.
Okay, you shove the potion into his mouth. And I believe nothing happens.
Damn. I'll try to drag him out at this point.
You can drag him out.
And then I'll get him onto the boat.
All right.
The potion didn't do anything, Kassadin.
Let me see. What can I do? Can I try to perform a healing check to see if he even has a pulse left?
Sure.
Whoa.
There is.
Sorry, let me mute my mic.
There is no life.
I look at the group and it's like, he's gone. Unless we have someone who knows how to, somehow bring someone back to life. I've heard of that story before, or heard of stories about people who are capable of doing that, but I doubt that's in any of your guys' forte, is it?
It's outside my wheelhouse.
Likewise.
This is where we're gonna end the session.
I tried, Erivid.
And we will see what happens in session 25.
Everybody say goodbye to YouTube.
Goodbye, YouTube.
Bye.
Bye, YouTube. Happy, I guess, dungeon delving, everyone. And pie.
Good pie and stay sweet, everyone.